himself. Woj now reporting Marcus Morris could back out of his agreement on a 2-year, $20 million deal with the Spurs, instead possibly opting for a 1-year deal with the Knicks. New York freed up salary cap room and can now offer a deal to Morris. The Spurs also made moves to fit Morris under their cap, so sticky situation. Skip, how are you feeling about things?
That's Marcus Morris. Back it up. I love it. I love this.
This is unbelievable.
No, it's not.
It is happening again to the classiest organization in sports, at least in the NBA, but maybe in all of sports. Another player is taking them for a ride and taking them right to the cleaners. So we have another number 2 situation in the works. It's not finished yet, but it looks like Marcus Morris is going to renege on his deal. So we have yet another sneaky Pete here in our midst. We have another dirty dealer who is doing them as dirty as you can do. And that's the word that you used as your operative word yesterday when you talked about what number 2 did to your Lakers.
Yeah,
am I right?
Dirty.
Thank you very much. So just to reiterate, number 2 quit his way out of San Antonio by missing 73 games 2 years ago. And now we have a guy who wears number 13 pulling a fast one on my team. And I hope he has bad luck for a long time.
Oh, come on, Skip.
Yeah, okay. So he's considering reneging on a deal that was announced by his agency that represents him on their website. What agency would that be?
I don't know. Who is it?
That would be Unclutched Sports.
Hold on. So now you blame it. So now you give
I am convinced that LeBron James and little Richie Paul, the Kingmaker, are behind this because they wanted, in biggest picture, to stick it to me because they know I'm a Spurs fan and they do not like me because I call them Unclutched Sports. And Richie Paul has had issues with that, and now he's getting even with me by saying, oh yeah, watch this. So the Knicks had a deal in place for one Reggie Bullock, he was going to be the savior of your Lakers last year when they acquired him, right? You remember that?
I do.
So he has some injury issues that were undisclosed, so they found that. So they're going to reduce the money they're going to pay him, which opened up a $15 million slot with the Knicks. My team had already had a handshake deal, a verbal agreement with Marcus Morris announced by Clutch Sports on their Instagram site for 2 years at $10 million a year. So he's saying, wait a second, 1 year for 15, and the other one's just really 1 year plus an option at 10. So he's saying, gee, maybe I should do this.
Yeah, what he should do.
And guess what my team has already done?
What?
My team gave up Davis Bertans in part to make way for this signing of Marcus Morris. And I was the fool who sat here just raving about, we got Marcus Morris, because I like him as a player. At least I used to like him.
You still should.
From here forth, he will be number 13 to me. Now, that will be his name from here on, number 13.
No more proper
And by the way, his first year in the league when he was with Houston, he also wore number 2. So he's got some number 2 in him. And I'm going to remind everybody that Davis Bertans is a very underrated player because he led the NBA in three-point percentage shooting for 4 months, the first 4 months of the season last year, and led my Spurs in plus-minus for the whole team last year. That's underrated, and we are going to miss him next year. And by the way, do you know how we acquired Davis Bertans?
Yep.
When he was 18 years old, he was a throw-in in the deal for number 2 from Indy on draft day. Remember that? We gave up George Hill, and we got not only number 2 back, we got Davis Bertans. He was only 18, but he's 26 now, and he's also a wizard now, and we can't get him back. Thank you, Clutch Sports, for sticking it to me. That's what it is. And I'm just going to ask again about the NBA. Is there no more honor? Is there no more principle? Is there no verbal agreement?
There's no honor
we're
amongst
thieves.
thieves.
You're calling us thieves? Oh, really? What did we thieve? So try to refute any of that. It's all LeBron's fault, and somewhere he is watching and chuckling.
Okay, let me see here.
Between takes.
I'm gonna try to help you out. Let's see. Okay, Marcus Morris was allegedly, supposedly, to sign a 2-year deal for $20 million, 1 year and a player option in year 2, correct?
Did you agree to it? Yes.
Whoa.
Yes,
Time out. So, I don't know you, Jen. I mean, you seem like a very down to earth, doesn't have a very lavish or expensive lifestyle. If I gave you the choice, you can make $10 million in 1 year and live in San Antonio, or $15 million and live in New York. Which one are you choosing?
I'd play for the team that has a chance to win the championship next year.
Neither one will win the championship. So at least I'm gonna take
which team has the better chance?
Skip, do you understand? Because you know, I was thinking about being a lawyer, and a contract before they were written. A contract was the meeting of the minds. Okay, Skip, you got some corn? Okay, I tell you what I'll do. I'll trade you 15 gallons of milk for 6 bushels of corn. That's what. But something happened along the way. In other words, I got the bushels of corn, and I wouldn't give you the milk, so we had to go to court. So then they said, you know what? This, as Judge Judy says, this. What's on here?
She does always say that.
What's on here? Is Marcus Morris' name on this, which is a contract? No, it isn't. So he's under no obligation because teams do this all the time, Skip Bayless. We know what? We want that guy. Oh, but that guy, the other guy that we kind of like, didn't sign with that team. Now we can get him, and they pull it off the table. It's been done before, so it's happened. So you keep saying you guys are the classiest organization.
We are.
But things like
we
this
don't do that to people.
But things like this keep happening to you, so it has. You have to ask yourself, why is that?
You have to ask yourself what karma is.
What is karma?
It's the B word.
Yeah, you know, karma. You know, but what I love most about karma? Karma's patient. You know, it don't always happen instantaneous. It take karma take its time. Karma, like, I got all day. As a matter of fact, I got the rest of your life to get your tail back.
Wouldn't it be funny if my Spurs knocked LeBron's Lakers out of the playoffs this year? That would be what I call karma.
Skip, Rich Paul owes it to his clients to get them the most possible money in a situation. Marcus Morris could say, you know what, Rich? I agreed to it. I gave them my word. That's my bond. Now, that's the way I do it. I give you my word. Word is bond. That's me. Everybody don't operate like you and I do, Skip. So Marcus Morris says, okay, Rich, you know what? I know I can get more money from the Knicks, but I did give the Spurs my word. Let's go ahead and go through with it. Or he can say, Rich Paul, I'm under no obligation to honor my word. I want to go live in New York for 15 mil, live in a high rise.
Or Rich Paul could say to Marcus, your word's just doo-doo, right?
No, you can't do that.
Good.
Hold on, Skip. I wish my agent would say that. He fired. And then guess what? I go get me another agent. Then,
Well, why doesn't Rich Paul and LeBron, why don't they fire Marcus Morris as a client?
For what?
For doing that. For breaking his gentleman's agreement.
First of all.
But he's not a gentleman.
First of all, LeBron James is a client of Clutch Sport. Rich Paul happens to be the CEO and the owner of Clutch Sport.
Who funded Clutch Sports to begin with?
No, what happened was LeBron James brought Rich Paul along. LeBron James used to have an agent. Once he brought Rich Paul in to see the inner workings of how it worked, so did Maverick Carter and Randy, they said, you know what? We're going to keep all this money under one umbrella. Ain't no sense in me. Rich, you can do this. Mav, you can do that. Randy, you can do this. And so they did it. He empowered his young brothers. That's what we need to do more of in our community.
I agree.
But, Skip Bayless, Rich Paul is under no obligation to the Spurs. The contract was not signed. Right here. Judge Judy, I need to be.
Okay. Did Rich Paul say to R.C. Buford, yes, sir, we have a deal? Did he say that? I'm pretty sure he said that, right? So is Rich Paul's word on the line?
Rich Paul's word is bond with me. Good to me.
All right. Well, with you, but not with R.C. Buford.
Well.
His name is now Mud.
What? Hold on, Skip. Okay, well, up to Annie. Give us 15 and we'll come.
We don't have 15.
Well,
we barely cleared 10.
Well, I ain't got no 10.
Yeah,
well,
we had to rework Damari Carroll's contract. I'm just hoping we go out and get Iggy or somebody. You know.
Iggy ain't coming to you.
Iggy.
Iggy ain't coming to you.
That would be funny if Iggy said, Lakers no, yes to Spurs.
When is the only person...
Class and character.
The only person that's ever done that, and that was a big mistake, was who? LaMarcus Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge turned the Lakers down to sign with the Spurs because he didn't want that pressure because he's not that guy. You know that. You've said it yourself.
I've said it myself, but he's really good.
Oh, we don't know. We don't need really good.
Okay.
We need great with the Lakers. If you put on that purple and gold, and you thought of as being that, we need you to be great.
You know what?
For a big man.
We have a whole bench full of really good players.
No, they ain't gonna do nothing.
And if you get enough really goods, they add up to great.
No. You need, but still in the NBA and today, you got to have that one great player. That's what Toronto had. Toronto had a lot of really goods, but they had that one great, that one dog.
I'm going to dare number 13 right here, right now, to reconsider on reneging.
No.
Reconsider. Your word is your bond. You are a gentleman. You do have a basketball backbone, and you have principle and character that you need to live back up to and say, you know what? A deal is a verbal deal.
Hold on.
That's what you
help me understand this. You want me to reconsider, but you won't even call me my name. You say, I need 13 to reconsider. You didn't say I need...
daring him.
No.
Well,
you know what? He said...
If he reconsiders, he's back to Marcus Morris status on this show.
Ooh.
Richie just sent me a text.
Did he?
He said, no, he didn't. But but Marcus said, you know what, Skip? I would have thought about it. Had you called me my government name, I would have considered re-signing with the Spurs. But since you called me 13, I got the dip on.
Okay, dip. Dip this.
And to make matters worse, Davis did seem to be sad to leave San Antonio.
He was
sad.
Social
He was a
media
good player,
post
man.
How much he missed the city and how much he thanked the organization.
It'll be okay.
All right, sticking
Dirty
with
fool.
the NBA. Up next, do the Lakers have the best